oval, and then you have a half oval, and it's that little thing down there like that. That's it. Good morning, Earthlings. Holy cow, look at this. It's iris season. So, I'm gonna teach you how to paint this iris. An iris is just a watercolor in real life. If I had to describe my favorite thing to paint, it's that thing. What we're gonna do is we're gonna look at it a little bit. We're gonna draw it. Oh, I hate to draw. Blah, blah, blah. And then I'm going to show you a way to paint it. Oh boy. All we're going to really do is look at this, and then I want you to paint it from your heart. We're going this way. I have this that I stole out of my neighbor's yard, and I'm looking at it. Over quick iris drawing 101. I know what you're saying. I didn't want to draw. Well, that's the only drawing I'm ever going to make you do. Holy cow. I hope you can get your hands on one of these. Oh boy. I'm going to just really show you quickly the anatomy of the thing. Once you understand the anatomy of the thing, you won't have to draw it. What I'm actually trying to teach you is how to paint this thing without drawing it. Just take a paper, there's your flower. You'll be able to paint this thing in 2 minutes. I promise you. Now, I don't want you to get fiddly-diddly. If you actually have a flower in front of you, I don't want you to say, oh, there's a line and there's a shadow. No, you're not doing that. We're going to do the Colorplay method, and that's what we're going to do. So, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the thing. I love that. I love that. Okay. So first we have the bottom part. And then we have this part. And then we have this part. And then we have this part. Like that. And then we have this up behind here. And one of those. I always start with a big sheet like this. Hopefully you're going to get 9 mats and cut the paper so that you're going to get 9 mats worth of paper. You know what I mean. Anyway, and the rest of it that's left over are your practice papers. So I measure it and then I cut it, and then the rest that's left over, it might have an edge like that or something, or it might not be the right size. That's a practice paper, and why that's important is because I don't want you to start painting thinking that the paper is expensive, because it's free paper. And so go at it, and then when you get comfortable and you've done 2 or 3 and it's flowing, then go ahead and start using the other pieces that you've cut specifically for the mat. There, I explained it, didn't I? Ah, yay! What I'd like for you to do is to get your practice paper, and I want to show you the most important technique that you're going to use in this whole painting. But once you learn this technique, oh boy. So anyway, let's go to the technique. I can't start because I don't have water. I had water. I had these beautiful things of water, and I put them so they'd be in a safe place. Now, where was that safe place? I had 2 beautiful... Let me find my water. Just a minute. Jeez, I can't find my water now. Holy cow, where'd I put it? I had 2 things of water. And so my first stop is right here at the water thing. Oh, and then I get really, really good water. I'm going to use that. Oh, okay. That's the first thing. You want to get really good water. Ah, there it is. God. Oh, Father God, I need your help. I've lost my mind. I'm going to use this big old fat brush that I got from Chinatown. Yeah. So what I'd like for you to do, this is the first thing. It's wet. How do you know a brush is good from Chinatown? Well, actually, it was really kind of soft. I love a soft brush. But when you put it in the water completely, look at that. Oh, nicely it holds that water. Oh, so this is saturated with water. Now, I've said before that water is the most important thing, and it really is. You're going to want to use clean water, and your relationship with your water is going to have to be like, it's like the most important thing. So, I don't draw the picture. I just imagine kind of in my head where the lines are going to be. Then I take the paintbrush and I kind of draw where the shapes are with fresh water. Then I come along with the paint and I gotta find my... I've been losing things all day long. Okay, so here's my palette. Now I put water on there. Now I'm gonna take this color, which is ultramarine blue, and watch what happens here. Now that's what we're looking for. Now this is the next part of my class, is timing. Because if you wait and you watch that, it's going to do surprising things. You can add a little bit more. But see that the color is going into the water and doing what it does. Now if we want that even darker, we can put the indigo right there. So this is what the Colorplay is all about. That is it. If your iris had a shape like this, and we put the blue, this is where you can mix up your colors and then put them on. There. What if your edge was a little bit bumpy? What if it was like that? As long as you can see the water when you're painting, we can do. There, see what happens? If it goes too crazy like that, we can pull some of the water up with something cotton. I always like to use a cotton sock, and then my socks are pretty. There you go. It gets a little too out of... That's where the timing comes in, knowing when to pull the water up. And then if you don't like it, there are some things that you can do. Like, this is kind of damp, and I'm going to take the indigo, because indigo plays really nice. Look at that. Now that would be fine. Okay, so your next step is actually taking the drawing part and the part that you just learned, and starting with the flower. I love this brush. So I'm gonna paint as much of it as I can with this brush. Anyway, I don't have any pencil marks on this paper. Here we go. And I'm gonna do a bumpy along here, and that's all I'm gonna do. That's the bottom part. That's it. Now, I've got that paint on my brush, and this part over here is dry. So I'm gonna be able to get a pretty straight line, which that part is a straight line and the bottom is a curvy dervy line. So right here, yeah, I'm coming down. This is more of this, and then there's like that. Yep. Wow. Okay. Okay, so now I'm putting the water here, and I'm not gonna touch. Whoa! I just did. Whoa! I did it. I touched. Oh my goodness! I was just gonna say, be careful not to touch that. Don't do that next time. Okay, so what I like to do is to leave a little space in between the petals so that it looks like the edge is white. Also, the color from the front petal doesn't go into the back petal. There, got it. Okay, so it goes like this, and then it goes like that. Yeah. Now I'm going to put the water on right here, because I wanted that to be kind of a crisp edge. And I'm going to come down and do that. That's the bottom. Okay, that's pretty easy. Now, you did see some yellow, didn't you? So I'm going to wash off my brush. There we go. And then I'm going to dry it off. Actually, use your sock for that. That's how I end up with wet socks. Now, I'm going to actually use Naples yellow. If you have yellow ochre or whatever, I don't know. Mine, I'm doing Naples this time. I'm going right here, and now I know. I was telling you about the degree of drawing. The drawing. This is where it comes into play. I waited just a little bit, and then we put that in. We don't really want the yellow to mix up too much with the purple, because then you're going to get brown. You have to wait a bit, and I think I did it. But I'll go back later and put some more on the top. Where else is it? It's right here. So I'm going to put this here. Right there, like that. Yeah, and over here. Yeah, that looks kind of funny, doesn't it? Okay, I'm going to just kind of step back for a minute and just have a little cup of tea and enjoy my morning. And wait for that. I'm going to put one on this side too, but I'm not going down to touch this. Okay. This, I don't know if you can see it, but I'm going to mix up my colors again. Ah. Oh. Okay, so this can, yeah, just wiggle it. Wiggling that. Ah, there you go. Okay, now there's one in the back. Where's the one in the back? I'm just going to make a suggestion. This is in the back. There. Okay, so those color plays are going to go, and you can see how they're melding into each other. And I'm not going to mess with it. I'm over here just watching what's going on. But if you want to be done with your painting right now, be done. You know, when I have 9 going on at one time, like I was telling you, I'd set this aside, start my next one, then my next one, then my next one. By the time I'm done with all of those, I go back to the first one, and then I continue the painting. When I wake up in the morning, I got paintings all over the floor. That's a successful night, I think. So I'm watching this kind of do this, and I'm kind of look at the flower some more. Did I get it right? Sort of, kind of. Alright, then there's this part inside. This goes in the back here. It's like right here. Whoa! It's like right here. Now I'm gonna leave some white. Leaving that white. Okay. I would think that this is, I'm not gonna mess with this anymore. I'm gonna go on to the next one. I'm gonna look at this. It's like in the back here, you should have some more color, but we'll put it aside and do that later. Here we go, next one. I'm gonna do it all real fast, so you can see me do it fast. This is how I like to work. I like to work fast. Oh, and I'm going back to this one. It should be dry, a little more dry. So I'm going to actually put more water on my brush when I take the paint, so the paint will be a little bit wet. There you go. I'm going to come up behind here and figure out what I'm going to do back here. So I'm not going to touch that. How about if you don't touch it? And I'm going to make it look like this is fuzzy by not touching that. And then there you go. That's the outside back leaf. Petal. The back petal. And we're kind of bringing out these petals and showing that that's white by doing that. Oh, I love it. I love it. See? Okay. Oh. Now I'm going to go back to this one. That's anything in the back, you have to wait for the front to dry. So I have to go away now. Yeah. But do you know what I think I'm going to do? I'm going to start another one. And I'm just going to paint them until I find the one that I love the most. wasn't so bad, was it? We drew a little bit, we observed it, we painted it, but did you think we were done? Nope. Now what you do is you lay them all out and you kind of find your favorite one. I can hear you, you know. You're saying, oh great, it's all purpley and that yellow thing. But there's green in the background. Isn't there green in the background? Foliage. Foliage will be next. Yeah, you're right though. It is kind of boring. I'm gonna take my favorite one. I'm gonna put it in a mat. Then I'm gonna give it to my neighbor that I stole the flower from. I guess you girls like my artwork, huh? I don't recommend stealing flowers, but in this case, it was a good thing. Anyway, I'm gonna do another one about the foliage behind. Stay tuned for that. Until later, we got a lot of work done, and I hope you like the way I teach. Hang on, maybe I'll have some more courses for you. And all the stuff you saw me use, it's gonna be in the link in the description. You can get it on Amazon. Then I can get a kind of kickback commission for that. Anyway, until later, I hope you find your yacht. I hope you paint a bunch of irises and give them away as presents. Yeah? Anyway, till later. I'm going to work. Bye, Howard. It's my paintbrush holder. I don't lose them this way. Okay, now we're going to do the background here.